Hello and welcome to the second part of the tutorial about logging or writing to a text file. This is a little bit more advanced and I will try to show how we can use, for example, a logger class in real life. So if this was a real life, we could create a class here called log.class. And in this log, we create a constructor. And we also have to create a variable. So this should be private because only this class should know about this variable. And the variable name is path. Let's call it log path. Get. Whoops. Yeah, let's call it. We have to give it string log path get set. Since this variable is private here, only this class can get and set it. And in this constructor, we can feed it with a variable called path, and we can do this dot log path equal to path. And if you don't understand what's going on now, I will try to explain more carefully when we are debugging. But basically, when somebody's declaring this class, they have to first initiate the constructor of this class. So they have to feed the argument path to this class. So this class always, when you can use this class will always know what the log path is. Then we create another public method called it's a void because it doesn't have to return anything, and this can be called logging. Let's shit. Don't bring that one. Let's remove that underscore I made there. And this doesn't have to have any arguments because the only thing we need to know is a log path. So here we can create using StreamWriter. Oops, what's going on here? StreamWriter. Yeah, we don't have the library for StreamWriter inserted. So StreamWriter is in the library called system.io equal to new StreamWriter. And we need to feed the path for the file, so we can do it like that. And we can also say it should always try to append. And what should this variable do? Yeah, you should write line something here. And now when I'm thinking, we should have a message here, string message, and you should write the message here, and then you should close yourself. So let's see what you're gonna do in the main project. In the main class called the main, or yeah, class called program. Here it is where we begin with the project. We're gonna call the log class. We're gonna do log lg equal to new log, and you see it's red here. Even if we give the semicolons, it's still red because it requires that we give it an argument, a string path. And this is because the constructor in this class, which is this public log, has the same as a public class log here, requires when you use this class, you have to always initiate this constructor. So in this constructor, we have public log and it requires a string path. So what we're gonna do is give it a string path. I've already prepared a path, so I will take that path and do like that, and do like that, and do like that. So now we will give this class a path to where we want to log. And then we can do an operation. For example, we can do a try, we can do a catch, as we did before in the previous tutorial. And we can do an int x equals to 3, int y equals 0, int result is equal to x divided with y. And if it's crash, it will come here, exception e. And if it crash, we're gonna call this logging file, and we're gonna say logging, and we have to provide the method. So we're gonna do e.method. And that's all. Now we have a more object-oriented code where if it crash, we're gonna call this class called LG, which is a log class. And this log class, we initiate the path for where we should log. And with this method, we can log a message to this path we have here. So this code is reusable now everywhere. So if we try to run it now, we will initiate the class, but when we initiate it, we will come to the constructor, and this constructor initiate this variable here for this log class. So now we've initiated this class in this variable here. Now we try to do our operation, and 3 divided with 0 is not something that can be made, so it will crash. So now it crashed, and we will have a message here, message properly, and they say something, but this is in Swedish right now. And then we will call our variable lg, which calls for the log class, and we will call the method called logging, and we will send a parameter message here. So if I press F11, we will go inside there with a message, and this will take the path where we're trying to log, and we will also append it if it's possible. So this variable SW will write line and close a file. So if I check now, if I go to my let me drag it here, we have a logger now. We have 3 rows. So let's try it again. Let's drag it up here. Let's begin from the beginning. Let's check the logger file, and we have 3 rows. So if I try one more time, it will crash. Go inside this cache block. Now it will call the logging function, and the logging function will take a path where we should store its logging, and it will append. So now it writes to the logging file, and it closes the logging file, and then it disposes itself here. And now we go back here and continue with the code. And if I check the file now, we will have 4 rows. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that was a more object-oriented way to use logger, a way to log to a file. Hopefully this was a good tutorial for some of you guys, and hopefully some of you guys can use this knowledge to in the future or something like that. See you in the future. Bye.